afternoon, my MPP peeps. Especially good afternoon for those that were long, like us. We have pretty much run into our upper targets here. We got 38.11 on the S&P today. Our upper target is 38.20. So as far as I'm concerned, anything higher from this point out is just gravy. And I really think the reward to risk is not that great here. I think we need a little bit of a pullback or rest to get some better buying opportunities. It's why I continue to only go in 1/3 positions. We're still making great money, but I think the bigger money is going to come and the bigger move's going to come after we get the bigger sell-off. And it's coming, guys. At some point, we're going to correct 10% this year. I don't know when, but at some point we will, and we'll be ready with a big chunk of cash to buy. And that's when you make your big money, is when you buy on the bigger dips and then have the market recover past all-time highs and continues to go up. That's when you make your big money on the year. Right now we're making good money, but I think our biggest chunk of money will come after we get the correction, whenever that is. I mean, it could be summer or fall. Who knows? Who knows how far this thing's going to run? There is a potential of a big, just euphoric round of buying here coming up. Maybe jobs numbers tomorrow are terrific. Maybe they are far beyond what anyone expected. I mean, the manufacturing numbers today, I don't know if you guys saw those, but the manufacturing numbers were sparkling. So, you know, that could portend a great job number, and we could get that just euphoric, what they call panic buying, just all kinds of FOMO happening, and takes us straight to 4,000 from here. Very well could happen. So we're plenty long if that does. And but still, I want to respect the fact that I have hit my upper target here, and at any point we could pull back. You go to the Qs. The Qs, remarkable day today. Did we close at all-time highs? 315.84. Got to 315. Yeah, we actually made an all-time high and closed at all-time highs. So it is an all-time high close. I'm still holding the SQQQ, the triple short, the Qs, but that's just in case job numbers fail tomorrow and the market reacts negatively and we plummet lower. You know, I can make some coin on that. If not, if the market reacts favorably and continue higher in the morning, I'll go ahead and close those that SQQQ position for a loss, which is fine. I mean, it's really there just for protection anyway. And then you go to the IWM. I mean, this thing is just a monster. Continues higher, getting very stretched though, very stretched. And then you look at the DIA, all-time high close, broke this long consolidation channel, broke it higher. So that, I mean, we might have further to go higher before a pullback. So we'll see. So I think tomorrow's jobs number is definitely important. Very, very important. You go to the VIX, no fear whatsoever. We closed back below that 10 SMA after a couple spikes earlier in the week. We're right back to the lows. So no fear in this market. We'll see if that changes tomorrow, but for now, it's a bull's feast. Let's go to some names. Run continues to run. As you guys know, we bought, somewhere down here, and this thing has just exploded. I think we're up 30% in this trade, at least high 20s, 28%. I have a 5% trailing stop on this now, and going for this 102 target. This run has been a phenomenal trade. This open still looks good. Definitely, has a look like it wants to rest a minute, work off some of these overbought levels, and then hopefully push higher to this 33. but like how it just bull flagged today after the big move yesterday. And you know, maybe we want to consolidate a little bit before we move higher, but open looks good. This true we just jumped into today. You know, as we remember, this one toyed with our emotions here. It got us long right here, but then plummeted the next day, closing below the 10, stopping us out. But we jumped right back in today because it did trigger once again. And hopefully this time it heads to our first target of 517. Then we got a second target of 665. But really like this setup. And I like how it came back down, tested the downtrend line, held it, then got back above the 10 SMA. Very bullish. And hopefully that brings on higher prices. Spot was I think a ready to rock trade idea 2 weeks ago. Never panned out, but today exploded higher above the 10 SMA, got above 525, which was our trigger. So we're already 6 points in the green, and heading toward our first target is 368. And then if we get through 368, this could hit 400. So really like this setup. Nice orderly consolidation, orderly pullback here. And now we're breaking back above the downtrend line. And if this thing gets some volume, it can move. And then lastly, we jumped into this TENB at the end of the day. Like this setup, you know, similar to Spotify, have a nice consolidation, nice ABC pattern down to the 0.382 retrace, has held it back above the 10 SMA, breaking this downtrend line currently. And if we get continuation, I think 61's in the cards. So we jumped in this long at the end of the day. And then names we're watching tomorrow again, this KOPN. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing it consolidate a couple days before heading higher. I don't like buying stocks after a 14% run up. So maybe consolidate, maybe even pull back a little bit before it starts to head higher again. Then that will be our buy point. But look at the volume coming into this thing. Okay, a lot of believers, a lot of bullish believers here. So we're still watching this MRNA. Hasn't done what we thought it would do yet. Did it close above? It did close above the 15 SMA, which is good, but I want to see it get back above today's high. So I know we got a little continuation happening. So above 122.82, we'll call it 123. That would get me long in this MRNA. And then a couple names that I want to talk about in the, one more potential dip buying name. This we already own this in the growth system. We own a full position in the growth system, but it's actually setting up in the dip buying system as well. I would like to see it start to poke its head above this uptrend line that it recently broke. If it can get back above this uptrend line and hold it, I think this one is a good dip buy, this NVTA, to test 60 once again. And if 60 breaks, we could be heading to our next target of 88. So really like the look of this NVTA if it can get above this line. And then a couple more growth system names that I would like to add to if they close above their 10 SMAs. This DraftKings, I like this little bull flag is forming after yesterday's pop. If it can close above the 10 SMA, I'm going to add another 8th to our already, I believe we have 2 8ths. So this will make a 3/8 position in the growth system, which is a full position in the growth system. And then our next target for this DraftKings is 72. So a lot of room to the upside. And the risk is just down to this 200 SMA in the growth system. So pretty good risk reward there. And then another one I like to add to is this VLDR. Nice spike above the 10 SMA. If it closes above the 10 SMA tomorrow, I'm going to add an 8th position, which will make a 2/8 position or a quarter position. And if we get above these highs, I'll add another 8 to make a full position, and we'll head to the next target. We'll look to head to the next target of 45. So really nice setup here, and looks like we could have bottomed and buyers are ready to come back in again. So a lot of nice stuff to look at. And if this market continues higher, there will be more. We'll just keep trying to make profits as long as the market is giving them to us. And when we start to notice cracks in the dike and looks like we're going to pull back, we'll start shrinking down and start looking at shorts. But we're not there yet. And maybe tomorrow starts that process with a bad jobs number print. Anybody have any questions? Anything you want me to go over? Band and CRM. Let's look at CRM first since I'm familiar with it. Yeah, you talking about a growth system play, Dan? Right at 200. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, let's watch this one for a growth system play. I do like Salesforce. You know, they pretty much reinvented how cloud business is done. So I think this one is great long term, and it's right near our buy point for a growth system buy. And then Band, I'm not familiar with Band. Bandwidth, I'll have to look at it. It does have an ugly double top here, but if it can hold this 200 SMA, definitely worth a look. Definitely worth a look. So yeah, I'll put those on the radar, Dan. Anybody else? Anybody? Okay, cool. Well, let's see where we open tomorrow. We got the jobs print. My time's at 5:30 in the morning. Eastern time's 8:30. And I think the reaction to that will tell us which way this market's going to go. Are we going to have that euphoric wave higher to maybe 4,000, or do we see pretty much the cap today? I think tomorrow hopefully will give us those clues. All right, guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Until then, don't trade for thrills. Just consistently make those dollar bills. See you guys.